we're going to start by announcing our KC Monarchs lineup. Leading off, number 4, Alex Rice. In the 2-hole, Alex Lahaski.
Welcome to the Baldwin City
hole,
Ballpark
number 13,
for
Danny
another
Holmes.
Mid-Plains League matchup
4-hole,
between
Cam Messerschmidt.
the visiting Kansas City
In the 5-hole,
Monarchs
number 16,
and
Jake Slocum.
your Baldwin City
In the
Blues.
6-hole,
I am Joe
number
Compton
33,
here for
Mark
Sunflower
Broussard.
Sports Network.
In the 7-hole, number 12, Skylar Huber.
And game
In the
time
8-hole,
should
number
start
20,
in
Drew
roughly
Thorson.
6 minutes.
In
6:54
the
here
9-hole,
right
number
now.
5, Timmy Walker.
So we're going to
Invitation
start
for your KC Monarchs
by
to be
announcing
Jake
the starting
Van Vactor.
lineups. We're going to start with the visiting Monarchs. So, leading off for them, the center fielder Alex Rice. Batting second, the shortstop
Now,
Alex
for your
Lahaski.
starting lineup for your very
Batting
own Baldwin
third,
City Blues.
the third baseman Danny
Leading
Holmes.
off, number
At cleanup,
5,
the first
Maverick
baseman
Rocker.
Cam Messerschmidt. And fifth,
In the
designated
2-hole,
hitter
number
Jake
11,
Slocum.
Caleb Moore.
Sixth, the catcher Mark Bouchard.
In the 3-hole,
Seventh,
number 4,
second baseman
Solomon
Skylar Huber.
Holmes.
Batting eighth, the left fielder Drew
In the
Thorson.
cleanup, number 24,
And batting ninth,
Tyler
the
Vigna.
right fielder Timmy Walker.
In the 5-hole,
Pitching
number 13,
for the Monarchs tonight
Austin
is
Barocho.
Jake Van Vactor.
In the 6-hole,
For the Blues,
number 17,
leading off,
Grant
shortstop
Simblin.
Maverick Rockers. Batting
In the
second,
7-hole, number
second
12,
baseman Caleb Moore.
Kendall Rivero.
Third, the third baseman Solomon
In your
Holmes.
8-hole, number 15,
First baseman
Gage
Tyler
Callahan.
Vigna.
And at the end
Batting
of the lineup,
fifth
number 40,
for the
Bryce
Blues is
Clark.
catcher Austin Rocha.
Pitcher, number 40,
Batting
Jacob
sixth
Lemons.
in right field, Grant Simblick. Seventh, the designated hitter Kendall Rivero. Eighth, the left fielder Gage Callahan.
Rise as you were able
Ninth,
for
the center fielder
playing of
Bryce
our
Clark.
national
And on the mound is Jacob Lemons. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back in a few. Don't go anywhere. Well, the national anthem has been played, and we're ready to play some baseball here in Baldwin City. We're about to start off the action. You can see Jacob Lemons warming up. The Monarchs come into this on a one-game winning streak. They took down the Midwest A's on, if that was Wednesday. The day before that, they fell for their first loss in Mid-Plains League play to the Topeka Warhawks. Blues are coming off a loss to Junction City once again in Junction City. That one was a 10-2 score in favor of the Brigade, but 2 wins for the Blues before that means they sit at 5-3. Good for third place in the standings. Running through the standings real quick, Junction City leads at 6-2. The Warhawks at 7-3. Baldwin City behind them at 5-3. Bravos at 6-4. Midwest A's in 5th at 5-4. Topeka Jacks at 0-8 in 6th, and the Farmers at 0-9 in 7th. The Monarchs, of course, as a affiliate member, not fully in the league. They are at 4-1, but are not eligible for the playoffs, and they play a reduced schedule comparatively to most teams. The Monarchs also play in the Kansas City Amateur Adult League. I should have the name in front of me, but I don't. But they're pretty good comparatively. They've won the league the last 3 years.
Leading off number 4, Alex Rice.
So Alex Rice leading off for the Monarchs. Lefty batter, and we're about to be underway. Lemon's first pitch, outside for ball 1. Second pitch, high, ball 2. Two-oh pitch, popped up, and play is able to be made by the shortstop Maverick Rockers.
Now batting number 27, Alex Lahaski.
So 1 away, and that brings up Alex Lahaski. And 2 lefties to start for the Monarchs here. Is that one in there? Called strike 1. The next pitch is way up for ball 1, so 1-1 the count. As that one is hit into left center field, and it drops, so Lahaski is good for a double with 1 out.
Now batting number 13, Danny Holmes.
Up comes Danny Holmes. Out for a quick conference between Austin Rocha and pitcher Lemons. Lemons' last appearance was in Junction City 8 days prior. Was credited with the loss in that outing. This is his first pitch, low, ball 1. His next pitch is popped up and out of play. So foul ball makes the count 1-1. As Monarchs are really left-hand dominant early. Obviously, baseball is a game where lefties are important, and the pitch is outside at ball 2. But you don't, I feel like it'd be quite uncommon to see 3 left-handed batters to start off a lineup. But as a lefty myself, makes you feel good sometimes. as that pitch is hit into right field. And that one gone. Kind of hard to see from our vantage point, and no umpire signal, but the home run by Danny Holmes makes it a 2-0 Monarchs lead early.
Now batting number 23, Cam Messerschmidt.
That brings up Cam Messerschmidt. Messerschmidt, the first righty we're going to see for the Monarchs tonight. Batting cleanup, but there is nobody to clean up as he takes the first pitch in there, called strike one. On his next pitch, just low, ball one. Pitch hit hard to third base, and Messerschmidt doesn't even drop his bat or really make an effort there. Nice defensive play by Solomon Holmes at third base.
Now batting number 16, Jake Slocum.
But 2 away here now. And Slocum looks at the first pitch, and he's wise to do so. That was the ball.
They should be right behind us.
And next pitch, high for ball two. So 2-0 the count for Jake Slocum. That one in there for called strike one, though. Lemon's done decently well right now, and 4 batters faced so far besides the home run, which, as that one is hit into shallow center field, and that's going to get down. Jake Slocum on board with a single.
Now batting number 33, Mark Burchard.
So kind of a bloop pop fly gets Slocum aboard with a 2-out single, and it's going to bring up Mark Burchard. That pitch in there for strike one. Burchard should be native to or comfortable with this area. He did play baseball in college and played in Baldwin City. He was a Baker Wildcat. As he looks called strike two, so 0-2 early. Set pitch low. Slocum goes. The throw not in time. Goes to center field, but Slocum did not want to go any further, so that's a stolen base to him. The count now 1-2. So 1-2 count. Lemons deals. Swing and a miss, 4 strike 3. So 2 runs off 3 hits. No errors. None left on base. That two-run home run from Danny Holmes is the difference so far. 2-0 to the Monarchs. We're going to take a short break here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Back here with
Number
the
5,
bottom of the
Iowa
first
Rockers.
in Baldwin City. If you're just joining us, decent amount of action. 3 hits for the Monarchs in the top half of this frame. A Danny Holmes home run to left center field gives the Monarchs a 2-0 lead as Maverick Rockers, the man up, and Jake Van Vactor is believed to be the starting pitcher for the Monarchs, as that one just low for ball 1, so 1-2 the count early. Rockers currently batting 133 on the season, but an OBP of 381, and he fouls that one off to keep the at-bat going. However, Jake Van Vactor was listed on our roster, or the starting lineup we were given as 00, and he's wearing number 16, which would be Jake Slocum. So that one high for ball 2. Slocum is supposed to be DHing in this game, but this is not what he looks like, or not what we know Jake Slocum to look like, and that last pitch was inside. Makes the count full. And another inside pitch, just a little bit off, and Rockers would have gotten hit, but a leadoff walk. Brings up Caleb Moore, excuse me. As Moore fouls that one off. Let's make it 0-1. Caleb Moore still looking for his first hit on the season, but drove in a run. Drove in the tying run in Monday night's game here against Topeka Jacks, as throw back to first, not in time. Upon further review, this might be a pitch, breaking ball, maybe just outside for ball 1. I believe this actually is Jake Slocum. So we are going to go with that, and also going is Rockers, but that pitch fouled. So 1-2 the count. But that pitch low, ball 2. Evens up the count at 2-2. As Moore hits that one, bounces over the first baseman, and Caleb Moore has his first hit of the season.
Now batting the 3-hole, number 14, Solon Holmes, number 4.
Folks, we're going to just roll off the assumption that this is, in fact, Jake Slocum until we receive confirmation otherwise. What is confirmed, though, someone in there called strike 1. Runners at the corners here, as Rutgers got all the way to third on the last play. It's that pitch. Nice breaking ball. Holmes swung at it, so 0-2 the count early. No outs here for the Blues. Obviously facing a 2-run deficit in the first. You'd like to cut that. And the 0-2 pitch, that one is high Popped high into right field, or into left field, excuse me. Thorson is under it. Rockers advances. So a sac fly.
Now batting number 24, Tyler Vinya.
Rockers scores there, but Moore held up at first. Point stands. The lead is now cut to 1. That brings up Tyler Vinya. Low 4-1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Slocum throws it back to first. Nothing doing there. Vinya currently batting .273 on the season. Graduate of Free State, will be a Baker Wildcat next year. Slocum's next pitch in there, called strike 1. Count is now 1-1, 1 out. So that one outside low. Messerschmidt blocks it, but Caleb Moore gets a free base at second. So runner in scoring position with 1 out here. Remember, folks, just 1 run will tie it up. As Vinya swings at that, gets nothing but air. So 2-2 the count now. One out. Vinya swing and a miss again. Strike 3.
Now batting number 13, Austin Rocha.
2 outs now brings up Austin Rocha, the catcher. Rocha is a two-way player. Originally by way of Ridgeview High School in Jacksonville, Florida. But that one dropped, but still called strike 1. Just finished up his freshman season at Mid-American Nazarene University in Olathe. As he looks at strike 2, 0-2 the count. Rocha currently batting .300, but boasts a staggering .563 on base percentage. Helps with 5 walks and 1 hit by pitch, but he swings and a miss there. Slocum sits down 2. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 2-1 the score at the conclusion of the first inning. So we are going to move to the second. Monarchs still leading 2-1. And take a short break, and then we will be back here on Sunflower Sports Network. Don't leave your screens, folks. We're back here on the Sunflower Sports Network for the top of the second inning.
Now batting number 12, Skylar Huber.
Skylar Huber leading off for the Monarchs. Lemons out for another inning, and Huber fouls that one off. Back into the fence behind him for 0-1. Lemons next pitch in there for called strike one. Or excuse me, called strike two, so 0-2 the count. Lemons at one strikeout so far is the last at-bat of the inning. Small announcer jinx there as that one's down low for ball one. Huber takes a cut at it, but fouls it off to the right side. Count remains 1-2. So around the league, each Topeka Warhawks. So that one's low, ball two. Topeka Warhawks versus the Midwest A's. The only other game tonight, as Huber swings and misses, and one away early. Brings up Drew Thorson.
Now batting number 12,
Drew Thorson, the new batter. The first pitch is low for ball one. One steals, another ball. Ball two. Here early. And Thorson gets something he can hit, but it's going to be skied to left field. Callahan's under it, and he makes the grab. 2 outs here in the top of the second.
now batting number 5, Timmy Walker.
So this brings up the bottom of the lineup for Monarchs. This is Timmy Walker. Walker playing right field in this contest today. That one. Low ball one. A pitch. Another one low. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles on their win over the TCU Horned Frogs. That one was high, ball three. TCU Horned Frogs in yesterday's College World Series opener. Oral Roberts has 3 Mid-Plains League alumni on their roster. There's that pitch outside, 4 ball 4, 2-out walk.
Now batting number 4, Alex Rice.
Brings up Alex Rice. Rice 0 for 1. Hop out to short was the result of his first at bat, as that one 4-ball 1. The Mid-Plains League alumni playing for Oral Roberts, Bryce Ullman and both Blaze Brothers and Mac McCroskey, as that one's hit into left center field. Bryce Clark corrals it. So no runs, no hits, no errors. One left on. Four at bat, or a four batter inning. We go to the top or the bottom of the second. Still 2-1 Monarchs. I'd like to give a sponsor shout out to the Wooden Spoke Restaurant. Proud 2023 sponsor for the Baldwin City Blues. Enjoy outstanding homestyle meals cooked to perfection, located off Scenic Highway 56. Wooden Spoke Restaurant, where only the best will do. Now that we have that read, we will take a small break. Don't go anywhere. Leading off the bottom half of the second frame, Grant Simblick. As Slocum out for another inning work. That one low, ball one. Excuse me, not low. Outside for ball one. Simblick looking for a hit. So that one, he went. So 1-1 the count, as that one is outside for ball two. I'd like to finish my thought from last inning. Blaze Brothers and Mac McCroskey, Junction City Brigade players, as that one is fouled off to the left side, 2-2 the count. Both hit home runs for Oral Roberts yesterday, including Blaze Brothers' go-ahead and would-be winning home run in the top of the ninth inning for the Golden Eagles. I believe those are the only Mid-Plains League alumni in the College World Series. That ball is hit to center, and Rice comes down with it. So one away to start the inning.
12, Kendall Rivero.
And Kendall Rivero making his first appearance since the season opener in St. Joe. That pitch, breaking ball, just ways away for ball one. In that game, he went 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch low. Swing and a miss, so called strike two. Rivero plays his college ball as he hits that one once again into center field. Another.
Now batting number 15, Gage Callahan.
5-4 Alex Rice, and Gage Callahan, the new man in the batter's box with 2 outs. Callahan takes a big cut there, but catches nothing but oxygen, maybe some other gases. As a breaking ball, he looks at that one, called strike two. So 0-2, the count. And quickly 0-3, a 3-pitch forwards K. And that ends the inning 1-2-3.
Whitney's hair salon and stylist Emily Wright is a proud sponsor of the
We conclude the second inning.
If you're looking for your next amazing cut or style,
Go to the top of the third.
Right. She will have you looking at your best.
Monarchs still leading 2-1. Whitney's Hair Salon and stylist Emily Wright. If you're looking for that next amazing cut or style, visit Emily Wright. She will have you looking your best. Located in downtown Baldwin City, Whitney's Hair Salon. We begin the top of the third inning.
Alex Lahaski.
Alex Lahaski leading off for the Monarchs. Lahaski had a one-out double to that one outside from Lemons. Lahaski had a one-out double in his first at bat, and he would later come home. That one once again. And he scored on that two-run home run by Danny Holmes, who is on deck. That one misses the zone just outside for ball three, so 3-0 early. As that one in slow and inside, a 4-pitch walk.
Now batting number 13, Danny Holmes.
Danny Holmes, man up. Holmes 1 for 1. As you said before, both runs are home runs to him. Excuse me, as he takes a big cut at it and just watches as Grant Simblick comes away with it in right field. So
now batting number 23, Cam Messerschmidt.
Fly out there. And that brings up Cam Messerschmidt. So that one low, but on the Sunflower Sports Network. I apologize for that. Our hot spot decided to be a little bit of a goofball and turn itself off, so I think we're back on. Trying to figure that out currently. That one. Apologize for that, folks. Like I said before, our hotspot decided to go rogue and turn itself off. Really unsure of why or how that happened. I guess we're looking into it to make sure it doesn't happen again. Either way, if you missed anything, the Monarchs strand 2, a hit by Cam Messerschmidt got him on first, but then a fly out by Jake Slocum, and then a back pick onto, I believe that was Lahaski at second, end of the inning. So 2-1, still the score going into the bottom of the third. And we'd like to do another sponsor shout out for the Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. Whether you're needing veterinary services for your smallest pet or your largest farm animals, see Dr. Tim Jones at Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. You and your pet will be glad you did. Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital, located off Scenic Highway 56, I believe just across the street from the Wooden Spoke Restaurant. The hotspot has been decommissioned for the night, and we're using another one. So that one low for ball 1. Try to fill you in on what's happened since the top of the inning. Bryce Clark struck out to lead off the inning. This one is Tyler Vinia. That one's in there for ball 2. So Bryce Clark struck out swinging to start the at-bat. So that one in there, called strike 1. After that, Maverick Rockers singled, but Caleb Moore just a pitch later grounded into a fielder's choice. As Vinya throws, and the attempted pickoff, well, a whole lot went on there. I believe that's strike 2.
Okay. And you said who's coming around?
2 players.
Okay. Perfect.
And in that, an attempted pickoff, but 2-2 the count, 2 outs, and we're not going to take a break in the middle of this inning. So that one low and away, and Messerschmidt couldn't get on top of it. This game is tied. And so 2-2 to score now. So after the fielder's choice, Solomon Holmes singled on a line drive, and that's where you join us now. This is the next at-bat. So I believe we started the at-bat where we were, 3-2, 2 outs, and Vinya fouls that one off. So once again, I apologize for the lack of consistent connection. Well, we're kind of figuring it out. So Slocum deals, called strike 3. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man stranded on third. Blues tie it up at 2, and I've changed my mind. We are going to take a break real quick, and we will be back in just a minute with the top of the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere.
Now batting number 33, Mark Burchard.
Mark Burchard leads off the Kansas City Monarchs in the top of the fourth inning. Once again, folks, I'd like to apologize for the delays. I think we figured them out. We moved to a different hotspot. The connection might drop every once in a while, but it will not. Excuse me, folks. I forgot to unmute my microphone. So, well, let's just say I am all out of sorts. But hit by pitch from Mark Burchard. It was the first at bat. And it brings up Skylar Huber, who looks at ball one. Said this when my mic was muted. Huber's swing and a miss. Strike one. I'd like to apologize for the delays. I think we got them figured out, but we might experience some minor frame drops just every once in a while. I'm noticing it happening now, actually. Is that one outside for ball two, but we will do our best to fix them and make sure that we can use our normal hotspot for the remaining home games. So that one fouled for strike two. Lemons pitch inside. Count goes full.
Most of the kids around here now are just like, it's like second nature now for the kids.
3 and
Just,
2.
No.
Second basis, that one is skied in the infield. Rockers corrals it at short, so the one away. For the Monarchs early. Swing and a miss for Drew Thorson. 0-1 thus far today. Fly out to left in his first at bat. But clean slate. Outside for ball one. On low for ball one.
Is it 2 road racing?
2 road racing.
Okay.
Instead, and then we'll do the hit around.
Roman and Baldwin?
Roman and Baldwin.
Lemons pitch. Low ball.
What does one of them look like, just so I know?
Ball three, so that one fouled off by Thorson, so the count goes full. Thorson swinging a miss, sat down by Jacob Lemons. 2 away. Now, I understand there are frame drops, but the audio is continuous, so I will do my best to
15, Timmy Walker.
try to do my best radio impression and leave less up to the video. And, well, folks at home, I'm going to need you to play along with your imagination. It's that first pitch from Timmy Walker is fouled to the left side, 0-1 the count. It's that one high check swing. He did go. And it looked pretty obvious from here. Didn't even have to signal down to our field umpire, currently located just behind Lemons at the mound. And, ooh, that pitch looked, from our vantage point, in there for strike 3, but the umpire thinking otherwise, as 1-2 the count, and that one just outside for 2-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base.
Romy and Bella, sponsored by the Bullpen, where they will be doing a task of events.
We're gonna do,
who can be the fastest.
if our camera, or if our internet will allow it, we're gonna pan over to the Bullpen Sports Bar Fun Run, which often happens in the middle of the 4th inning. Well, the Bullpen Sports Bar, Baldwin City's newest meeting place. If you're in town before or after a game, preferably after, enjoy a nice drink there. But they don't have just drinks, they also have food.
Runners, are you ready? Get set, go!
They also have food such as taquitos, I believe hot dogs. Taquitos are pretty good, I've had them.
Close runner.
And but the bullpen also has
and we have a winner.
Games of all the like. Pool, cornhole outside, nice outdoor seating area. Like I said, if you're in Baldwin City for the game or whatever, stop by and relax, have fun, and just post up there. You'll have a good night. So we start off the bottom of the 4th inning with Austin Arocha batting, leading off for the Blues. Once again, folks, apologize for the lack of frames, as Slocum's first pitch fouled off by Arocha to the left side. Austin Arocha, leadoff man. On deck, Grant Simblick. And Austin Arocha's first at bat resulted in a strikeout swinging. It's that one just outside for ball 1. But just because we are dropping frames, so the video, as that one called strike 2, the video is not terribly constant. We are Still running with audio, so doing our best to do our radio impression. As I said before, is that one's outside for ball 2. And 2-2 the count. And it will remain 2-2 as that one is fouled off to the left side, the right side. And this at bat stays alive. That one low for ball 3, and we'd like to update you on the other game in the Mid-Plains League tonight, as that one just inside for ball 4.
Batting number 17, Grant Simblick.
What a full count walk, and Arocha on board to lead off the inning brings up Grant Simblick. The Topeka Warhawks are hosting the Midwest A's. That game is 2-0 in favor of the A's. In the top of the 5th inning, 2 outs. Runner on first for the A's. Both of their runs, as that one is down the pipe for strike 1. Both of the A's runs coming in the top of the 1st inning. Scoreless otherwise at Hummer Sports Park in Topeka. That game is being video streamed via Game Changer for the Topeka Warhawks. So get over there if you want to watch that. So that one's swing and a miss, strike 2. So 0-2 the count early. And Simblick looking to get a hit tonight. Flew out to center, and that will be his hit into line drive into left center field. He's on with a single. Rocha to second.
Now batting number 12, Kendall Rivero.
So 2 on with no outs, and that brings up Kendall Rivero. Rivero also flew out to center field in his lone at bat. But Rivero is looking for his first hit of the season. He looks at that one right down the plate for strike 1. As he swings at an inside pitch, fouls it off. So 0-2 the count early. That more than likely would have been a ball, but a valiant effort either way. Rivero just completed his freshman season at North Central Missouri College as he pops that one straight up into the air. Huber drops it at second, but infield fly is applied either way, so
Number 15, Gage Callahan.
one away either way, and honestly, that might have been a blessing in disguise for the Blues, because had it been dropped, something weird would have happened. Maybe a double play of some kind, but Gage Callahan batter up, trying to bring one of these 2 runners home. He takes first pitch inside for ball 1. As he's going to rocket that one foul opposite field. And Austin Rocha, as Callahan swings and misses, 1-2 at the count early. Rocha is getting some pretty good jumps and leads off second base. Usually we'll get down to the shortstop or a little more by the time the baseball reaches the front dirt of even before the batter's box. But 1-2 the count and the pitch, and it's just going to hit Callahan. So the bases have been loaded,
Bryce Clark.
and Callahan gets aboard via his second hit by pitch of the season, and Bryce Clark is the new batter. 1 out here with the bases loaded. Game is tied at 2. Game is tied at 2 with 1 out, but any way Bryce Clark reaches safely, or even a sacrifice play, the Blues will be in front as Slocum's first pitch, low, ball 1. And Clark swings and misses at second pitch of the at-bat, so 1-1, count even with 1 out here. And looking down, I mean, we're still pretty early in the game, just the bottom of the 4th inning, but as Clark takes a rip at that, but fouls it off. Pitch was high, but over the plate. I'd like to think it probably would have been a ball, but Clark saw something I didn't. But either way, early in the game, but no work in either bullpen, I believe, as Clark hits that one to the first baseman, and that one's thrown away. So 1 run scored at now 2. Callahan to first. So runners at the corners, 2 more are scored. We're going to probably score that in E3. Mr. Schmidt threw it over to Slocum. I would say the error was on Messerschmidt, but 2 runs are plated for the Blues there, so 4-2. They not only take the lead, they've now doubled the score of the Monarchs, and they have runners at the corners with 1 out. As called strike 1, the Blues try the decoy stolen base play. Clark successfully stole second. So it was called strike 1. Clark successfully steals second. However, Callahan caught stealing at home. So all of a sudden the situation's changed. Rather than runners at the corners, it's just runners, 1 singular runner at second, and not just 1 out. It is now 2, but still a runner in scoring position. As that one outside for ball 1. So 1 on the count with 2 away, and count will continue to favor Rockers. Pitch outside ball 2. As Rockers evens up the count himself with a swing and a miss. And so we now have 2-2, 2 outs. Man on second, 4-2 the score. And that one's fouled off, so the at-bat continues. More in the theme of 2s. We are in the second half of the 4th inning. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And the Blues have scored 4 runs and 2 in this inning. Whole lot of 2 going on, as that is the second foul ball of the at-bat. So we continue at 2-2, and I know I've said it a lot, but it remains the count. Pitch was high for ball 3, and Bryce Clark just got a very free base at third. He was pretty much at third by the time the pitch crossed the plate, and it might not matter as that one is skied into foul territory. Messerschmidt could not get to it. So the at-bat continues. A full count with Bryce Clark on third. Really, any batted ball, any hit from Maverick Rockers will extend this Blues lead.
So you'll take that down to the dugout? Yeah, we'll make that down. All right, cool, thank you.
As Slocum delivers, low ball 4. A whirlwind of an at bat, but
11, Caleb Moore.
Maverick Rockers came out on top, so runners are at the corners with 2 outs. Kayla Moore, up to bat now, has reached base on both at bats, 1 for 2. Reached base via a single on the first at bat and a fielder's choice in the second. His first pitch he takes for ball 1, and he swings there. 1-1 the count now. Slocum throws back to first, but can't catch Rockers, and kind of a bold play to throw back to first, maybe to try and get a pick off, but if you throw that too far, as Moore swings and misses again, the count 1-2, but if you throw that, any kind of throwing error brings Clark home. So high risk, and I mean, well, the reward would be end the inning, but now 1-2 as that pitch fouled quickly behind us, and the Monarchs really have nobody chasing foul balls. Usually we have some kind of race between the man on deck and somebody out of the opposing dugout, as that one is swung on and missed, so that ends the inning. But 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base, the damage. Blues have taken the lead 4-2, and we're going to take a small break before we move to the top of the 5th inning. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Winners back for the top of the 5th inning. Said if you're just tuning in, we are having issues with some of the frame rate. So that would be video. However, we are doing just fine on audio. So our audio is fine, so don't go anywhere as we, well, I guess you'll let your imagination do the work, and maybe some, the crinkly video can fill in the cracks, but We start off the top of the 5th inning with Alex Rice, both the top of the inning and the top of the order for the Monarchs. Rice 0 for 2 so far. Is that one outside for ball 1? That is Jacob Lemons out for another inning of work. But Rice 0 for 2, both pop or foul outs. That one is in there for called strike 1. And we've just received word that Harrison Loudon is in the bullpen for the Blues. That one is outside for 2-1. And I can't see who, but I do see activity in the Monarchs bullpen. So they could be seeing a new pitcher soon. As Lemon's next pitch outside for ball 3. 3-1 so far. I'd like to give a shout out to the Royals. Well, they finally won, snapping a 10-game losing streak. As another pitch outside, and Alex Lahaski, the man up, Alex Rice.
Now batting number 27, Alex Lahaski.
Alex Rice got a free base via a walk. Now, the Royals still almost lost. You could almost say they were trying to do it, but they did win with a walk-off. As that first pitch is fouled off by Lahaski. And good job to Samad Taylor. Hit a walk-off single for his first MLB hit. So always cool to do it for a walk-off, but as Lahaski skies that one to right center field, it's corralled by Bryce Clark. And one away now.
Now batting number 13, Danny Holmes.
And that brings up Danny Holmes. Holmes responsible for both RBIs for the Monarchs. Their only scoring it came off of a 2-run Danny Holmes shot. It happened over the right field wall, over the, I believe that is the Maple sign. Just got over, but it counts just the same as he fouls that one off for his first pitch. Holmes once again sent it to right in his second at bat. However, that was a fly out to Grant Simblick. Didn't just have to watch. And we have received news in the sports world. Bob Huggins will resign. As that pitch in there for called strike 1. In that time, Alex Rice steals first. Steals second. So a man on second, 0-2. But Bob Huggins will not be returning to coach West Virginia after the news broke out of his DUI. Well, in my opinion, his days were numbered, and I guess that number was 0. That was 1-2, and Holmes ropes one foul to the right field line, and we have a sprint race between, I believe that is Zeke Reason and Kuiper Kendall, and it appears to have been won by Reason. So 1-2 the count. One and two the count now. Man on second. Lights are on here. I mean, you might not be able to see them on the screen currently, but the lights are on. The sun is still out, though. Setting to what I can only assume to be the west, as 2-2 is the count. All 4 fields active on our complex tonight. There is a youth softball tournament going on for the other 3 fields, as Lemon's next pitch once again outside. So at bat that started 0-2 has Danny Holmes has so far won the war of attrition. It's now 3-2. That pitch. Ooh. Holmes tosses his bat to go.
Now batting number 23, Cam Messerschmidt.
Holmes tossed his bat because he thought it was a walk, and I'm going to be honest, folks, I thought it was a ball as well, but home plate umpire and our PA announcer, Brett, to the left of us, are saying it's a strike. Well, either way, on the scoreboard and the scorebook, it is a strike. So there's 2 outs for Cam Messerschmidt. Still the man on second, but Messerschmidt ropes that one just foul. If that was fair, that surely would have been a hit. Solomon Holmes, made a diving play on it, but unable to. Well, he was unable to corral it, but it did not matter anyway. As Lemon's pitch swung out of his shoes, did Messerschmidt kind of stumbled across the plate there. As Messerschmidt calls time. So Lemons 0-2 the count, and that one is going to get down. Fair ball. Rice scores from second. Messerschmidt held up at first, but the Monarchs get one back, courtesy of a
Number 16, Jake Slocum.
Line drive by Cam Messerschmidt. Scores Alex Rice, and Jake Slocum is the next batter up for Jacob Lemons. Jacob Lemons, as of right now, has thrown 86 pitches. With men in the bullpen, well, they might just be getting loose. As that first pitch is grounded hard straight to Tyler Binney at first, so all I had to do was step on the bag. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th. The Monarchs have cut the lead. It's now 4-3. And we're going to take a short, small break, but we will be back in just a couple. So, folks, I believe we should be clear. I don't want to jinx it, fingers crossed, but should be clear on the frame rate for right now. So we can show you the Mass Builders, I think it's called the Fun Hit or something. Premise of it is pretty much, BP, but with wiffle balls, small children throwing to each other. So sometimes the result, I might have jinxed the frame rate. I can already see it going again. I don't know what just happened, but the kids are giggling.
Great job from all people.
And either way, that is the end of the contest. I don't know what just.
One of the girls smacked it completely back at the kid's chest.
So, apparently, one of the contestants with the bat hit a ball straight back at one of the pitchers. So we move to the bottom of the fifth. Jake Slocum is still the pitcher.
Now batting number 4, Solomon Holmes.
And Solomon Holmes is the first batter for the Blues. 4-3 the score. If you're just joining us, Monarchs cut the lead off a Cam Messerschmidt double. Or excuse me, single. As the first pitch that Holmes faces is fouled straight back behind us. Holmes is 1 for 1 so far. Drove in a run from a sac fly in his first at bat, singled on a line drive in the next one. As he looks at that one, high for ball 2, and ball 1, and I think we're getting into that time of the night where we'd like to start some of our fun segments. As he swings, takes a big hack and misses that one, so 1-2 the count. But before we start the segments, I'm going to take a quick look at the A's Warhawks game as Holmes swings and misses once again. Sat down
Now batting number 24,
with a K.
Tyler Vigna.
So Tyler Vigna is the new batter. So the Midwest A's have plated 2 in the top of the 6th to extend their lead. That game is 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th in Topeka. No outs for the Warhawks as Vigna swings and misses.
We'll win how many?
Huh?
We'll win how much?
$59. $59.
As that pitch low for ball 1. So Vigna swings and chops that one too short. Lehaski makes the play. Throw to Messerschmidt is in time. So
Now batting number 13, Austin Arocha.
the Blues' first two batters have been retired in the bottom of this 5th inning, and Austin Arocha looking for his first hit.
And we're announcing something or announcing. Or
We can actually announce it.
So that first pitch is in there for called strike 1. Arocha has not put a ball in play yet. Struck out swinging, then walked. As he looks at that one, and it's another called strike 1. Called strike 2. I guess another called strike 1 would, 1 + 1 = 2. So I'm told. And someone calls time. I can't tell if that's Arocha or the home plate umpire. But either way, small break in the action, but we are back. Grant's and first pitch back is way outside for ball 1. Good block from Mark Bouchard, but with no base runners, it doesn't really matter. It's just pitcher, catcher, batter, as Arocha fouls one. It was a line drive hit just above the dugout. That dugout's small, so there's a lot of Blues players sitting on various objects outside. Well, he was lucky to hit none of them. So that pitch outside, count evens at 2. As I believe as that one called strike 3. Rocha hangs his head. I'm not sure he's happy with that call.
we are now going to be drawing
Talking to
for
the ump,
50/50
but
raffle. Folks, it's not quite $1 million. We have $59 in
all
the
the
pot
strike 3
tonight.
either way. So no runs, no hits, no errors. That was a 1-2-3 inning. As we move to the top of the 6th inning, Mason Chance is
Miss Moore will now have a young lady draw for the winning ticket.
the new pitcher. So Jacob Lemon's day is done, and we'll talk about his outing in just a moment. But we're going to take a short break here on Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket, so get out those pink tickets.
you have
First three numbers.
a new pitcher here in
177.
the top of the sixth inning, Mason Chance.
177. And the last three numbers are 588. 588.
So,
So the full number was 177,588.
$59.
If you have the winning ticket, come to the press box for your big whopping $59.
so the Blues go 1-2-3 inning, or go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Monarchs before that cut the lead, so it's 3-4 if you're just tuning in. And if you are just tuning in for the first time, said it before, we are running on a different hotspot than normal, and this one has some frame rate issues. So our audio should be just fine, but our frame rate is not. So once again, we apologize for that, and we hope that this will be the only delay, and we will make sure that whatever is wrong with our hotspot, just keeps turning itself on and off again. I really don't know why, but we're going to figure out the issue and
Now batting number 33, Mark Richard.
get it up to snuff. But before that, catcher Mark Richard leading off the inning for the Monarchs. Facing new pitcher Mason Chance. Richard's two at-bats are strikeout, swinging, and a hit by pitch. But with his ball club down one, a run here wouldn't be bad for them. As Chance's first pitch is in there for called strike one. So 0-1 early, and Chance's second pitch outside, ball one, so the bat has evened. That one low, ball two. 2-1. Chance, good first pitch. Had been off on the second two. Make that three. Is that one outside for ball three? Like to update you all on the College World Series earlier today, as that pitch is fouled off by Bouchard, so the count goes full. Wake Forest defeating Stanford in the first game of the day by a score of 3-2. So Wake Forest will advance to take on the winner of LSU and Tennessee. LSU currently leading that one 4-0. As that one kind of a change-up pitch there, but ball four either way. And Huber.
Now batting number 12, Skylar Huber.
Skylar Huber, the up to bat, but so LSU leading Tennessee in the top of the seventh with two outs in Omaha. Matchups for the College World Series, as Chance's first pitch outside for ball one. So 5 consecutive balls for Chance. Hopefully he will find his command soon. And we'll have to wait at least another pitch, as that one is low for ball two. So tomorrow's College World Series games, the elimination game is Virginia and TCU, and the winner's bracket, as that one is high for ball three, is Florida versus the Cinderella Oral Roberts. But 3-0 the count. And Richard got on base via a walk. So it's been 7 straight balls for Mason Chance. That one is in there for a strike, though. So called strike 1 makes the count 3-1. As Hubert takes his base, so 2 on with no outs.
Now batting number 20, Drew Thorson.
Richard represents the tying run, and he is at second base. And pitching coach Wilson Kilmer is out to the mound for a mound visit. So while that happens, we're going to take a short break and be back in just a couple. The action returns here at Baldwin City Ballpark. Drew Thorson up to bat, and nasty breaking ball in for called strike 1. Thorson thought it was going to hit him and kind of ducked out of the way, and you can see he's laughing it off a little bit. But his 2 teammates before him have been walked, so 2 on with nobody out. As Thorson shows bunt, makes contact, but fouls it off. And you know, sometimes you see pigs fly. Today I saw an amateur adult player try to bunt. So see something new every day. But a valiant effort. He fair play to him. He made contact. He just, well, he didn't put the ball in play, as that pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Chance would really like to maybe get a strikeout here, or better yet, as that pitch is up near Thorson's chest, so evens the count at 2-2. But better yet, how about a hard ground ball to third base and maybe a triple play? But that one, fastball low for ball 3, so the count goes full. And well, Chance will be especially looking for a strike here, and no strike, it's a ball. So 3 batters, 3 walks, as Timmy Walker, the 9 hole, steps up with no outs, 3 on, down 1. Tying run at third, leading run at second. As that first pitch low for ball 1. That pitch, breaking ball, but way high and just didn't drop into the zone. So 2-0 the count. There's that one near Timmy Walker's stomach area. So 3-0 the count, and a ball here will tie the game up. And a ball it is, a 4-pitch walk. The game is tied, 4-4. As Alex Rice,
Number 4, Alex Rice.
the new batter. Rice 0 for 2 on the day, but walked in his last at bat. But before he's even going to get a crack at it, manager Tanner Kilmer out for a mound visit, so that means Chance's day is over. However it will be 4 walks and at least 1 earned run. And Gavin Alvarez will come to relieve him.
Blues, Gavin Alvarez.
So all 3 runners inherited by Alvarez are Mason Chance's. But as Alvarez warms up, we're going to take a break here on the Sunflower Sports Network. So we bring you here in the top of the 6th inning. And Alex Rice is the man up to bat. He fouled that one off over to the left side. As it stands, the bases are loaded with no outs. All 4 batters faced thus far in the inning were walks, as that one is low for ball 1. However, this is Galvin Alvarez, his first batter faced. The 4 before him were from Mason Chance. As Alvarez just barely misses Rice, but point stands 1-2 as a count. Now, folks, you might be wanting to get out your history textbook soon for lesson, as that one goes low for 3-1. I'd like to commentate on the action. It's awful close here. I normally reserve these for when we're kind of slow, but I don't know about you. Runs are being scored, but walks are pretty slow, as that one is. So that one was hit to second. Moore went there. We have runners at the corners, but one out.
Now batting number 27, Alex Lahaski.
So Huber scores. Walker is out. Thorson and Rice still on. One out here. As yes, folks, we once again do apologize for our frame rate issues. That one in the dirt for ball one. But the Monarchs have taken the lead. It's that one high for ball two. And Rice just gets a free base at second. Orocha kind of pump fake down, but you really don't want to try and catch him stealing when there's Thorson at third that will undoubtedly come home. So that one in the dirt again. Ball three. 3-0. That one in the dirt again. 4-0. 4-pitch walk. And bases are loaded again for Danny Holmes.
Now batting number 13, Denny Holmes.
Holmes, well, he can swing his stick, to say the least. Hit a home run on his first at bat, and if he did it again, is that one low in the dirt? Rocha only block it, and another run scores. 6-4. All runners advance. So, runners on second and third now, and as I said before, a home run by Danny Holmes would surely just blow the game open. It was 4-3 Blues headed into this inning. The Monarchs have already scored 3. Holmes swings and misses there. So 1-1 the count. And Alvarez deals. Holmes hits a hard ground ball out, or goes foul just before first base. Surely probably would have brought home Alex Rice. But 1-2 the count. And Holmes pops that one up into the air into foul territory. Tyler Vignette giving chase. Settles under it. So pop foul out.
Now batting number 23, Cam Messerschmidt.
He's up Cam Messerschmidt. Messerschmidt had an RBI in his last at bat, which cut the lead for the Monarchs. Can he do it again with 2 outs? He's 2 for 3 on the day. Both hits, singles into left field. Alvarez deals Messerschmidt's first pitch. Once again, foul. Vinny going for it, and Vinny colliding with the fence. Nothing major by any means. Looks to be walking a little slower back to first base, but he'll be just fine. However, he was pretty close to catching that one. Just barely bounced off his glove. So, 0-1 the count, though, either way. Alvarez deals. Low for ball one. So 1-1 the count here, and Messerschmidt gets a hit into left center field, but that one's gonna score 2 more as Messerschmidt on board
Now
with
batting number 16, Jake Slocum.
a 2 RBI single. Simblick dove to try to maybe catch it, but was not able to corral it. Would have saved 2 runs as 2 runs scored there. Jake Slocum, the man up. That one low and in the dirt for ball 1. And this game, as of right now, is kind of blown wide open. 8-4. But we're in just the top of the 6th inning, and I've seen weirder things happen in summer ball, especially here. Many multiple run comebacks, sometimes in the 9th. So when in there for called strike 1. So 2-1 the count. For Jake Slocum. 2 outs here. That one surely in there once again, and it is. Evens the count up at 2-2, so 2-2 the count with 2 away. Slocum chases a high one, and Alvarez gets a strikeout, but the damage is done. 5 runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. The Monarchs have taken the lead and extended it. It is now 8-4 going into the bottom of the 6th. We're going to take a quick break and try to be back by the first pitch. But this is Sunflower Sports Network. Do not go anywhere. So we are back here, Sunflower Sports Network. So Simblick swung and missed at the first one, and he's going to take second one for strike 2. So, well, folks, if you're just joining us, a whole lot happened in the top half of this frame. But I'll give it to you in short as Simblick flies that one to right field, and Timmy Walker with the put out.
Now batting number 12, Kendall Rivero.
So 1 away, and Kendall Rivero up for the Blues. Still looking for his first hit of the season. Is that pitch from Slocum, who is out for another inning of work. Away for ball one. Rivera takes a big hack at that one, but catches nothing but air. Swing and a miss for strike two. So 1-2 early. And the count's going to go 2-2 on an outside pitch. Slocum's next one is chopped. It's fair. And the throw, a PFP from Slocum in time. So 2 away early here. And Gage Callahan. So Blues are going to need to score some runs here. Well, I mean, at least if they want to win. And, well, if there's any sport you should hope they want to win, as Gage Callahan looks at called strike one. Callahan 0 for 1 on today and chases at a breaking ball. So on to the count. Callahan 0 for 1 so far. Struck out swinging, then was hit by a pitch. So next one was high for ball one. And that one's inside ball two. Got out of the way as to avoid another hit by pitch. And he's rung up on a lone inside pitch, but it caught the zone. And a 1-2-3 inning. Blues go scoreless. Monarchs still lead 8-4 as we go to the top of the seventh. We're going to take a short break, then we will be back here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, folks. We move to the top of the 7th inning here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Gavin Alvarez out again for the Blues, and Mark Bouchard leading off.
Batting number 33, Mark Bouchard.
For the Monarchs. Monarchs had a big 6th inning, scoring 5 to not only tie the game up, but they took the lead and extended it. So 8-4 is what we're at now, and well, if you're a Blues fan, I don't claim to be neutral, so I am a Blues fan. I would like to see some runs for the Blues. It's called strike one in there, but I would like to see some runs for the Blues. But 0-1 the count, and that one outside for ball one. So 1-1 early, and I think we're finally ready for my history lesson. There's enough of a lull in the action. So that one low for ball two. So we have our regular segments plus maybe a couple others. As Alvarez deals. And that one's in there for called strike two. So the count is even at 2-2 with no outs. But on this day in 1775, the Battle of Bunker Hill, although not fought on Bunker Hill, actually fought on nearby Breeds Hill, was the battle. Is that one just outside? The count goes full, but that battle was the don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes. And the American forces, although they lost the battle, staved off the British for a little bit as that one is hit into center field. Bryce Clark giving chase. He's under it and makes the grab. So one out early.
Now batting number 12, Skyler Huber.
Up comes Skyler Huber. Huber 0 for 2 on the day. And on this day in 1885, the Statue of Liberty came to the United States via boat. So that went low for ball one, but if you didn't think it was coming via boat, I don't know how you thought it was coming here. Maybe it just walked here. I don't know. As Alvarez's next pitch in there called strike one. And in 1894, on this day, the first polio epidemic was declared. That one, once again, low ball two, so 2-1 at the count. And home plate umpire calls time to clean the dish off. And in 1901, the College Board established the first standardized test. That test was the precursor to the, well, I hated it at least, the SAT. As Huber swings and misses, I'm more of a fan of the ACT myself. So pitch low and away for ball three. Count goes full. Swing and a miss. Huber is sat down on a strikeout.
Now batting number 20, Drew Thorson.
And Drew Thorson is the new man up. Alvarez has made decently quick work in this inning. He's faced two batters and retired them. There's that one in there for strike one. First one a flyout, then a strikeout. That one's outside. Ball one, 1-1 the count. In 1928, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic. However, she did that on a passenger. As a passenger, she left from Newfoundland to fly over in count 2-1 as Thorson makes contact and think he might have ruined a bat. Kind of came off the top of it as he runs back to the third base dugout to retrieve another one. Count is 2-2 and 2 if you count outs. But in 1933, local to us, the Kansas City Massacre happened in 1933 at Union Station, which was a shootout and then a lot of other stuff as that pitch is maybe just high. Count goes full. And continuing the trend of maybe bad things in 1938, as that pitch low for ball 4. Thorson away with a 1-out walk.
Now batting number 15, Timmy Walker.
As the, I think it might be the dirt from some of the fields adjacent to us have left a cloud over left field. So kind of a hazy, dusty night, but just on the left side. It's certainly noticeable as that pitch goes low for ball 1. But in 1938, Japan declared war on China. However, in happier news in 1950, the first kidney transplant. Pitch high for ball 2. 1965, the first bombing via the B-52 fighter pilot happened, and in 1990, skipping a few years, as that pitch catches the outside part of the zone, it is now 2-1. As that pitch fouled behind us for strike 2. In 1991, South Africa abolished their last of their apartheid laws. In 1994, possibly my favorite of these current events was the O.J. Simpson Bronco chase. Where were you when that happened? I can tell you where I was. Not alive. So that pitch inside. Count goes full. It looks like this dust cloud's starting to kind of flit across the field. As that ball put in play, a hit and run, but Walker retired at first, so no runs off, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 7th. Monarchs still lead 8-4. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. So we're going to come back for a second, at least to explain the game on the first base line. It's kind of a target game, maybe similar to the Dr. Pepper throw the football in the thing. It's common in college football games. This is throw baseballs in the blow-up inner tubes. It appears to be a game of some kind. Or obviously it's a game of some kind. It appears to be done in teams. I don't know.
Looks like we have a winner.
I don't know how many they were supposed to get, but apparently they were supposed to get 3, so well, that's what we know. As Christian Kotwitz up for the Blues. Christian Kotwitz sub tonight. So that one is in there for called strike 1. Kotwitz A sub for Bryce Clark. Is that one high for ball one? That was hitting 176 on the season with a 263 on base percentage, 4 RBIs. That one is chopped foul. Count is 1-2. That pitch is high for ball two. Now, Blues have currently 9 outs to work with to score 4 or 5 runs, provided they hold the Monarchs scoreless. And Kowitz hits that one to short. Lehaski to Messerschmidt in time. So Kotwitz is retired.
Now batting number 5, Maverick Rockers.
To make it 1 out, and Maverick Rockers comes back up to lead the inning off. And see, now there are going to be plenty of substitutions made, as often is the case with manager Tanner Kilmer. Apologies for the bad cameras. That one is called strike one.
Didn't go too bad.
No, that wasn't too bad. That's a good job. That was a.
For the most part, we've actually had decent camera or decent frame rate issues or frame rate performance in the last little bit. Count is 2-1, quickly 2-2. Maverick Rockers fouls that off back behind us.
How many pitches this guy's been out there? Is he going to throw 130?
Is this a new pitcher?
And
127.
Jake Slocum is currently at 127 pitches. I suppose when you're this old, you kind of do it while you can. As that one dropped third strike, and I think Rockers is
Now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
noticeably upset, as he thought that was low. But either way, dropped third strike, looking. Richard with the tag. So Caleb Moore, the new batter, that one's in there for called strike one. So bat. Well, the Blues need to do something here. They've as Moore hits that back to pitcher Slocum into first base, and he's retired. The Blues have gone in order the last 3 innings, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So they really need to, put a runner on in any way they can. Either way, another 1-2-3 inning. A scoreless 7th. And Danwar Muskerkin, the new pitcher.
Warm up.
So Danwar Muskerkin up at the mound for the Blues, and so Muskerkin replaces Alvarez. As we move to the top of the 8th inning, the Blues are Well, they're in a dire position here. Since the bottom of the 5th, 6th, and 7th, Jake Slocum has retired them in order, all the while giving up 5 runs in that time. That all happened in the top of the 6th inning, but regardless, Alex Rice returns to the plate for the Monarchs, and he's looking to extend the lead.
Number 4, Alex Rice.
And well, yeah. Muskegon's first pitch in there for called strike 1. And we're going to start with our On This Day in Sports. On this day in 1943, Red Sox player manager Joe Cronin hit not 1 but 2. So that one is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Cronin hit not 1 but 2 3-run home runs and did them both pinch hitting. In 1960, Ted Williams hit his 500th home run to join that esteemed club. As that one, Rice jumps out of the way, inside ball 1. In 1962, Jack Nicklaus won his first major. It was the U.S. Open. He defeated Arnold Palmer in an 18-hole playoff. As that one high for ball 2. In 1976, the NBA-ABA merger. And in 1978, Ron Guidry for the Yankees struck out 18. A franchise record is that breaking ball just inside for ball 3, so the count goes full. In 1991, Payne Stewart won the U.S. Open. That pitch fouled on again. In 2003, the book Moneyball was published for the first time, which would later be made into a movie about the A's and how cheap they are. Unlike now, they were actually successful with it then. So that pitch, once again fouled. So 3 foul balls in at bat for Alex Rice, and he has battled. The count is full. He started at 0-2. In 2008, the Boston Celtics beat the Lakers in 6 games, but the Lakers got their revenge in 2010 on this day as well, beating the Celtics in 7 games. That pitch, just high, ball 4, brings up Alex Lahaski.
Alex Lahaski.
With 1 on, nobody out. Our final On This Day in Sports. Brooks Koepka won his 2nd consecutive U.S. Open on this day in 2018. Where Muskegon tries to pick off back to first, but cannot catch Rice. So that one is low for ball 1. Also like to give our birthday shout-outs. I guess, well, we start. Born on this date in 1882, Igor Stravinsky, Russian composer who composed such works as The Rite of Spring and The Firebird Suite, as that one is low for ball 2. On this day in 1940, Hall of Fame linebacker Bobby Bell was born. He was on the Chiefs' Super Bowl winning team in 1970. 3 years later, singer Barry Manilow was born. As that one's in there, called Strike 1. Bobby Farrelly was born on this day in 1958. Him and his brother Peter are collectively known as the Fairley Brothers, and have that one's in there for called strike 2, so they count 2-2. But the Fairley Brothers have produced and directed such works as Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, among many others. So 2-2 the count with no outs here. And that ball's hit to Caleb Moore. He gets it to, I think that's Kuiper Kendall at short, but so Rice is out at second, but Lehaski safe at first.
Denny Holmes.
So simply just a fielder's choice, but one away here with one out. On this other birthdays, in 1980, tennis great Venus Williams was born. In 1982, Jodie Whittaker, actress known probably most prominently for Doctor Who, was born as she just finished up her run as the first female doctor. In 1987, happy birthday, not in heaven, as Danny Holmes ropes that one foul. Had it been fair, it might have been out, but it was foul by a considerable margin. But in 1987, Kendrick Lamar was born. So 0-1 the count here early. Set pitch high, quite high, head level for ball one. That pitch low for ball two. So 2 on the count. And that one is up high. Simlick giving chase. But another home run for Danny Holmes. And he liked to style on the little kids, giving a little bit of a bat flip. But another 2-run shot from Danny Holmes, and the lead is now 10-4. But Danny Holmes with another home run. That makes 2 on the day for him. And I kind of tried to pimp it a little bit with a bat flip. But the Monarchs have extended their lead to 10-4. And Cam Messerschmidt, who has no shortage of RBIs himself.
No, we just give them straight to you guys.
So that one is in there for called strike 1. So we have one final segment here as time is called on this day in music. On this day in 1965, the Kinks touched down in New York City for their first American tour. That tour did not last long as they were banned from performing in the United States for 4 years. That pitch is low for ball one. In 1967, Jefferson Airplane's Somebody to Love peaked at number 5 on the charts. Pitch is high for ball two. 2-1 the count. as Messerschmitt gets a piece of it, but foul to the left side. In 1970, Led Zeppelin began what was their last European tour. As Messerschmitt swings and misses, and he's set down by Muskerkin. So 2 outs now for Jake Slocum.
Now batting number 16, Jake Slocum.
1973, Dolly Parton recorded I Will Always Love You, made probably the most famous by Whitney Houston, although originally written by the Queen of Dollywood herself. Pitch is high for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Make it 1-1. So that pitch is in there for strike 2. So 1-2 the count. And that one maybe just high. So the count goes to 2-2. Our final last on this day in music, the Grateful Dead played at Giants Stadium in 1991. As that one goes 3-2. That show, which is quite a good one, was made into the album Saint of Circumstance, released in September of 2019, and then later as a bigger box set called Giant Stadium 1987, 1989, 1991, which had the Dead's performances at Giant Stadium from those years. The box set of those 3 performances was 14 CDs long. So count goes full. And, ooh, a line drive. Or Muskerkin, well, I think if he tried to make a play on it, he would have got his hand taken off. I will say he was in position to
Now batting number 33, Mark Burchard.
make Muskerkin deals. Mark Burchard, new guy up to the plate. Count is 0-1. As that pitch low for ball 1. And Slocum takes second base. So 1-1 the count. Runner on second with 2 outs. That ball is hit too short. Kendall made the kind of tried the Derek Jeter jump throw. He was successful in getting it to first, but he was not successful in getting it in time.
Skyler Huber.
So, a valiant effort by him, but it just results in a single for Mark Burchard. As the aforementioned dust cloud, I never really gave an update on it, but it has subsided. That one down for 0-1.
Turns into the slow stuff. Right.
So that pitch is in there for called strike one.
He likes them low. That's what I found out.
He wants the pitches inside to where he's lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Lined up over his
Left shoulder.
yeah. So you see that pitch, you can't see it from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
High. The next pitch is high for point,
Yeah, I'd say
or for
high and inside because
2-1.
he's gonna wind up on the right shoulder.
That pitch is fouled off to right side, so count goes even. We have deuces wild. So 2-1 the count. Just one pitch will get the Blues out of this inning. Muskerkin deals. We go another pitch. So the count is full with 2 outs. And Richard went, or tried, made a run at second. It didn't matter anyway. That one was high for ball 4. As the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And as Drew Thorson, the first one up, hits it straight to third on the first pitch, and Holmes got it immediately.
Blues great and current Highland Community College coach Landon Hay in the house with his dad. The Blues would also like to wish a happy
So
Father's
fielder's
Day to all the
choice.
fathers out there and have an amazing weekend.
So 2 runs off another Danny Holmes home run makes the score 10-4. We move to the bottom of the 8th. It is 10-4, and we will be back in just a couple. Don't go anywhere. So Zeke Reason is the new man in here at the bottom of the 8th. He takes the first pitch for called strike 1. So that one goes blown away for ball 1. That one called strike 1. I got the outside part of the zone, and I'm, in my somewhat biased opinion, I just think the umpire wants to go home because that was not a strike, and well, that one definitely was not. This count is even at 2-2. As Reason hits a hard ground ball to third. The throw by Danny Holmes is in time.
Now batting number 23, Vinny Esposito.
And that brings up Vincent Esposito in for Tyler Vigna. And Esposito hits a line drive to center field. Excuse me, not center field, left field.
Now batting number 13, Austin Arocha.
And he's aboard. Esposito is on board with a 1-out single. That one in there, called strike 1. That one low for ball 1. So 1-1 the count with 1 out. Pitch, great breaking ball. Slocum's still out there. He's currently running at 139 pitches. As Arocha hits that one, it's going to get past Messerschmidt at first. Arocha in at first. Walker struggled. Timmy Walker struggled with the
8, Steven Azaro.
throw, or not the throw, just the exchange of ball from ground to hand. But Esposito was already on his way to third, and Arocha held up at first, so really no damage there, but it brings up Steven Azaro in for Grant Simblick as he swings and misses at his first at bat. Swinging a miss again, and 0-2 early. Azaro chases after that one, but gets a piece of it. So 0-2 is still the count. Azaro swinging a miss. 2 away with runners at the corners. Andrew Brubeck in for Kendall Rivero.
Andrew Brubeck.
Well, we'll see what the defense looks like for the Blues coming up here shortly, as Brubeck normally catches. Brubeck normally catches, and Arocha is in at catcher, but Arocha is also known as Brubeck swings and misses to make the count 1-1. Arocha also has played a considerable amount of time at right field. Brubeck takes a hack at that one and fouls it to the left side. The 1-2 pitch low to make the count even. And Brubeck swung at it, but did enough to, well, foul it off. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. And Brubeck does not swing, so the count goes full. Esposito, pass ball means Esposito scores from first. Arocha kind of dancing around. But, so 2 things to clear up. The count has gone full, and the Blues have cut the lead to 5. It's now 10-5. Brubeck fouls that one off. So the count remains full, and we're seeing it now. Gannon Grebe is the man on deck. So, should Brubeck reach base, he will be the next guy up, or he will lead off the 9th. And he'll be the next guy up. That pitch is high for ball 4.
Now batting number 2, Gannon Grebe.
Gannon Grebe in for Gage Callahan. And as we're doing a pitch count, Jake Slocum is at 152. And he's going to stay in. This pitch is thrown. This pitch is thrown in the MLB is 117 this year. As the first pitch to Grebe is inside for ball 1. So runners on first and second. Brubeck on first. Arocha on second. Arocha's got a pretty big lead. As another one inside.
Getting there. 150.
54.
Yeah.
Grebe swings and misses at that one. So 2-1 is the count. Slocum's next pitch, low for 3-1. So 3-1 the count. Arocha goes, and Grebe takes it. That one was high. He was on his way to first base, and so called strike 1. So credit Arocha and Brubeck with stolen bases then, as the count goes full. As that one is in there for called strike 3, and the Blues can only score 1 there, so 1 run off 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 9th.
We do what we do in Baldwin City, doing a large part of the
10-5
Foundation.
for the Monarchs.
Connor's parents, Mark
We go to the top of the ninth inning, and well, I mean, you never really call it this in summer ball, but it is kind of a position player
Hey, Emma.
pitching
Emma. Does he pitch?
for Brennan Johnson.
I didn't know BJ pitched.
Brennan Johnson, I don't think I've ever seen him pitch in his 2 years. He certainly hasn't pitched this year. I don't remember him pitching last
I
year,
gotcha.
but
I was just confused when I saw him out on the mound. I was like, what is he doing? Oh, gotcha. That's smart.
so Johnson pitching for the first time in his Blues career.
Now batting number 15, Timmy Walker.
So Timmy Walker will lead off the ninth for Timmy Walker takes Johnson's first pitch up high into right field. Is dropped by, not sure who's out there. Either way, it will be an E9.
Now batting number 4, Alex Rice.
I believe that is Steven Azzaro out there. And we've figured out where Andrew Brubeck will play. DH. Hadn't really considered that Rivero, who he's subbing in for, as that pitch is in there for called strike one. So that second pitch of the at bat.
Now batting number 27, Alex Lahaski.
Hits Rice, so 2 on here. And Alex Lahaski. And Lahaski shows bunt. And that one goes foul. As Lahaski shows bunt again, and once again fouls it off. Certainly is a choice to bunt when you're up 5 in the top of the ninth inning, but that choice has been made by Lahaski. And Lahaski chases, swing and miss for strike 3, and one away in.
Now batting number 13, Danny Holmes.
Danny Holmes is up to the plate. Holmes 2 for 5, both of his hits. Home runs, both of them 2-run shots. As pitch from Johnson in there for a strike. Called strike 1. A pitch low and in the dirt, but Orocha blocks it well. So 1-1 is the count. And forgot to give you an update on the Warhawks and A's. That game has gone final. Well, excuse me just for a minute. I'm looking for it. I don't know where it went. It would appear it has gone final with the Topeka Warhawks winning 7-4. They scored 5 in the 6th inning and 2 in the 8th. So 7 unanswered to take the win, as that one is low for now 3-1. And Holmes swings and misses at that one, so the count goes full.
Mr. Moore, are those hats for sale? Yeah, I might buy one of those hats.
Oh, okay, cool. What size you got?
Do you have a medium large? It's for my dad, so I'm trying to see.
That one,
What color you got?
Holmes threw his bat to walk to first, and that one must have caught the outside part of the zone. So Johnson, 2 strikeouts in a row.
Extra large?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much is it?
For you. You may have it.
That ball
Are you sure?
from Messerschmidt is hit in the air to center field. Who wants it? Nobody does, and so it just kind of falls. And a single for Cam Messerschmidt, and Timmy Walker comes home. Monarchs have now scored 11, so it's 11-5.
Jake Slocum.
And Jake Slocum up to the dish. Slocum done it both. Let's see, fouls that one off through. He's currently at 158 pitches of work. I don't know whether he'll come out for the 9th. Could have sworn I saw players in the bullpen earlier tonight for the Monarchs, but they were never used, as that one's just way out there, and Arocha scrambles to get it. Rice and Messerschmidt were, well, let's be real, they were going to get there anyway, and they did. 1-1 the count. That pitch is in there for called strike 2. Johnson is swinging a miss, so 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. So no runs off 1 hit, 1 error. Or excuse me, 1 run off 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. It appears there is a new pitcher. We'll try to tell you who it is when we figure it out, but Jake Slocum's day is over. But 11-5 the score. It is 0-0. Who, well, they have many 0-0s in the lineup. This truly could be Jake Van Vactor from earlier, who was the supposed starters, but Sawyer also 0-0. Jake Sawyer also 0-0. Jake Van Vactor, we're going to go ahead and say it's Van Vactor because he was the 0-0 given tonight on our lineup card. As many guys as there are on the roster, they do like to mix and match jersey numbers. We move to the top of the ninth inning.
Now batting number 7, Christian Kotwitz.
As Christian Kotwitz is going to lead it off, and the Blues are going to look for some kind of rally. I've certainly seen it happen here before, but I believe this is Jake Van Vector. Either way, it is a Jake. 00 is Jake Sawyer, and replacing Jake Slocum as Kotwitz chases there, swing and a miss, so 1-1 the count. Just like to point out for folks, as that one is inside for ball 2, 2-1. While the Monarchs are 2-1 as Kotwitz hits that one deep into right field. Timmy Walker cannot make a play on it, and Kotwitz is on his way to third. Throw there, not in time. A lead-off triple for Christian Kotwitz. And
now batting number 18, Kuiper Kendall.
Folks, that is the first triple of the season for the Blues. And Kuiper Kendall is going to sub in for Maverick Rockers. Try to get a late inning rally here.
You might get in that sound recorder.
Folks, I'm so sorry. I forgot to unmute myself again. But count now 1-2. So someone low. And another one low and inside. Kendall just ducks out of the way. Kendall hits that one into right field. It is fair. Kotwitz hits a triple, and, well, monkey see, monkey do. Another triple for the Blues. That kind of rhymed. But
now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
Kotwitz's was a sliding triple. That one is stand up, but the lead has been cut to 5 now. So 1 run scored, 2 consecutive triples. And Caleb Moore brings up Caleb Moore as he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees, and makes me wonder, could we see 3 triples in a row? And would you call that the triple-triple? I certainly would, as Moore fouls that one out to the left of us. And folks would like to give a College World Series update. LSU has beat Tennessee 6-3. So LSU will take on Wake Forest as another foul ball from Moore there. And Tennessee falls into the losers bracket where they take on Stanford. Both of those games will happen Monday. On Monday for the Blues, we'll be back here against the Bravos as Caleb Moore swings and misses at a breaking ball there. So
Now batting number 16, Zeke Reason.
strikeout for Van Vactor and Zeke Reason. So one away, Zeke Reason, the guy up. Reason. If I speak, I'm in trouble. 2 called strikes. Reason swings at that one, and so a three pitch strikeout.
Number 23, Vincent Esposito.
Vincent Esposito, who is 1 for 1 on the night. Will look to at least bring Kendall home, because if the Blues make a comeback, all their runs are going to come with 2 outs, as that one is low ball, or outside for ball 1. Richard blocks it, and Kendall stays at third. Esposito takes a hack, hard ground ball, but foul down the first base line. Another pitch outside for ball 2. And Esposito swings and misses. Count is even at 2-2. Esposito hits that into right center field. Walker makes a play on that, so that will be the ball game. 1 run off 2 hits, both of them triples, no errors, 1 left on base. The Blues fall to 5-5, 5-4 in league play. The Monarchs improve to 5-1 in league play.
Record now 5-5 as they come back to Baldwin City.
Blues will return to action on Monday
Father's Day weekend
against the Bravos. That game will be here on Sunflower Sports Network, and we'll make sure to fix our hotspot issues. And the Monarchs will play Mid-Plains League opponents once again on Tuesday, where they host the Junction City Brigade. Tough night for Blues fans, but we will recover. In the meantime, good night and God bless.